We believe that every person associated with a brand or an organization, right, be it their employees, customers, or stakeholders, are the company's brand ambassadors. What they wear, how they are, everything is representative of the company there. And the most visible way to do that is in the form of merchandise. And our mission is to create brand ambassadors out of employees, business, and customers through customized products. My name is Shubhra Acharya, and my current position is Chief Operating Officer. I joined the business about 7 years ago. Offineeds actually started in 2005. My brother and another partner, both of them were founders. My brother used to work with Infosys. A lot of employees in the organization got a t-shirt which said Infosys on it. When my brother met with a friend of his friend said, hey, whoever got that order for that t-shirts, it would have been a very big order for him. Sort of. It was April Fool's Day, and he usually always on April 1st makes a massive thing out of it. He decided to tell everyone that he's quitting his job. When people asked, oh, what are you going to do? Then he said, I'm going to start a corporate gifting company. By the end of the day, a kind of business plan had gotten formed, and 19 years and running, it became a full-fledged business much later. But it started off really as a April Fool's prank. In the past few years, the biggest challenge that we might have faced is how to scale from where we are and how to go to the next level. And from there would come setting processes and ensuring those processes are percolated throughout the organization and everybody is in a position to or is able to follow those processes. The decision point when we decided to move to Zoho One was when we started to work towards getting our ISO certification. And with that comes a lot of things with regards to users and security. And that's when we decided that we're ready to move to Zoho One. I remember the first product that seemed to solve our problem at the time was CRM. And we must have been one of the first customers using Zoho CRM. So we kind of evolved with Zoho, and the features that came in, we would adopt it and make changes and do a lot of customization and everything. It streamlined things to a very large extent. At that time, I think we came across Zoho CRM at the time when we were just around the place where we needed it the most.
When we are using Excel sheet, we used to enter everything manually. When it comes to Zoho CRM, we just enter the contacts and accounts creation will be happen. Then it will lead to a potential that we have to create. From that potential, we can track it whatever we wanted on daily basis. And from the potential, we will be adding like sample management and design mockup. And as soon as the lead is getting converted, we will be using an option called the sales order. So from there, Zoho Books, invoice, those continuations will be there. We have an baseline number that is displayed on the website where the customers will be calling up to that number. And that comes as an inbound call in the Zoho CRM. Those calls will be generated as leads in the CRM. Similarly, in WhatsApp also, there is a chat option in our website where they click that. Automatic integration will be flowing through the leads, and we will get as a lead in the Zoho CRM. And that is how we communicate with the client, taking it forward.
So Sales IQ is something that we decided to use in order to be able to see a customer's journey, where they're coming from, where they're spending most amount of time, so that we're able to proactively work on, bettering those touch points where the customer is engaged with us. And second is obviously for us to be able to track and be able to reach out to customers who are already in the system. So it works like magic. We actually already know what they're looking for and what products they'd like to see, and be able to engage with the customer who reaches out to us.
So in any business, rising from PO to procuring goods and selling it to clients is a very important process. Of course, our business is not an exception to that. So here we leveraged Zoho Books and Inventory, both these applications, from rising POs, getting it approved, checking margins, from there going to procurement of goods inward returns. Once packing is done, sending goods out for delivery purpose and making invoice, follow-upping for payment, sending reminders to clients about their delivery and payment purpose. Once payment is received, automatically it will get automatically adjusted with that particular invoice. So from PO to payment, we completely automated, including all the approvals, all the attachments, all the status of the order, where what is happening until payment is received. When it comes to some of the features of Zoho Books, I really like the module called as GST filing. When GST is implemented in country, almost everybody has that little bit ambiguity. how to file, what are the things that we need to follow. But Zoho Books, since starting GST filing tab is there, where it automatically segregates all the data into various heads, and with the help of simple OTP, you can push entire data into government GST portal. From there, you can easily file it. This really helps us in terms of coordinating with auditor, dependency on them, and time saving. The finance module of Zoho One, it really helps in transforming lot of our process, streamlining them, and less dependency on humans and less error prone. Almost zero error prone, if I want to say.
Before we move to Zoho One, our main form of communication, the informal communication where mail is too formal, was WhatsApp. Now WhatsApp, I mean your personal things, and as you change your phone, the backups, security, so many things are a real challenge, right? And we didn't have any portal where we could make celebration announcements, event announcements, or have a way in which people can engage with each other, because we have offices in different places. Connect and Cliq kind of became very helpful for us in terms of Cliq being a very safe space for our internal communication, which is safe and secure. And Connect, because of the gamification that's there, and everybody is one. You get to know people so much better, and it's great.
Zoho project is something that help us in terms of tracking all the orders, how we are doing like day-to-day works. So one person every day morning used to sit and do the list of things, whatever needs to be done by each and every person in the department. If in case that guy is missed out anything, any point, no, the other person will not do it. So end of the day, we will come back and see that like this particular point is not done. Because of that, we think like what else we can able to do it to avoid these kind of a challenges. So that was the one problem we had, which is predominantly every day it is coming up. And the second one is like my team are like last mile delivery boys. Like those people, they will come 9 to 6 work kind of a thing. They don't know exactly from where they are coming and what exactly they need to do. So if I say this one you need to do, he'll do it. But what is our thing, like every time there is one supervisor behind them, there should be like, we don't have so much manpower, like always like there is a lot of manpower wastages used to happen. So that we brought Zoho project into the picture, so that like we can create each and every work into different small tasks. We can assign it to the each and every person. It can be it from the releasing PO to the client, and be it from the deliver to the goods client, and bring the acknowledgement and submit to the security, and whatever, like very small minute things also we brought into the task, so that we are able to manage each and every time. There was one more problem, like what they are doing it, like we don't have any tracking system into the picture. So because of Zoho project, we can track like what they are doing, how much work they have done from last 1 year or 1 month or something. So there were a lot of mistakes used to happen, a lot of delays used to happen, but because of the Zoho project, we are able to achieve on time work done or something. It is helping us to give the quality to the client, better quality to the client. So that's how I can say majority of the people able to learn technology because of the Zoho project.
While our first preference is always to use one of the ready products from Zoho, there's obviously some cases based on the business where nothing like that exists, and ours might be a unique requirement, right? So we decided that Zoho Creator could be a low-code sort of platform where we can utilize that. And we trained a few people within our organization from our tech team. We currently have 2 products that are up and running and very well. One is the sample management tool. Because we're in the physical products business, and products come in and go out all the time, and we have multiple places where we have experience centers, and we have multiple people who use these samples, it becomes very essential for us that these are tracked well, and we are able to understand the movement of how it's going. And the second product that we've built on Zoho Creator is a kind of product management system, product management tool, where we, QC and enter all the product details or attributes and everything that are required before they get pushed onto our website. That's the second product that we've successfully built in.
Basically, Zoho people I can start. So it will help organization to gather the employees' complete information from their onboarding to exit. What are the documents we require to process their attendance, payroll, and for their exit formalities as well. And come to the payroll, it will help us to gather the employees' personal information like their Aadhaar card, PAN, their date of birth, everything will be, and bank account details, everything will be gathered very easily, and there is no confusions in that the processing system. And we are using Zoho contacts as well. So it will help us to take the digital signature from the employees where they have to sign. For example, when the new employee joined us, we need to take the signature for non-disclosure agreement. That will be in a digital format. So that also we are using, and at the time of exit also we are using the same. And now we are sending the offer letter through the Zoho contract, where employee can sign the documents in the Zoho sign, and they can put their signature and the date and place as well, and they can able to put their designations as well. So these are all the things we are using, and it is very helpful for us to making the process very smooth.
Couple of the things we use and find very beneficial from Zoho Social would be one is to post across different platforms. It's just one click of a button, and depending on what platforms we want our posts to be published on, it gets done. So that's super efficient, it makes things. And second is scheduling. So our teams are able to plan much ahead of time and be able to schedule posts even in really advance. Zoho One and our thing has been like probably a proper marriage made in heaven. It's worked very well. We didn't need to do comparisons, because every time we stumble upon an issue in a process or in anything, we look up and there's usually a ready product. And for an MSME like us who can't go about building everything from scratch, it always seemed to cover just what is required, and it's very quick to implement. And because we were already using so many Zoho products, it was just an obvious transition, and we didn't need to check any other competitors. Zoho One has quite literally been the one-stop shop for all our technological needs here at Offineeds, and we're really looking forward to do a lot more with Zoho One in the future.